Go, go, get out of here, get the fuck out of here, they got me.
Officers are on the scene. Suspect is in custody.
What's up, y'all? This story is going to be under the title of Convict Confessions. This is how me and a couple people, now this is before I went to prison. This is when we was all hustling drugs and using drugs, and we needed a way to generate money quicker and a lot at once. So we would do this thing called boosting. A lot of people don't know what that word means, and it means that we would go to stores and steal in large quantities. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy one. So we would go to different Walmarts and Targets and Kmarts. At the time there was Kmarts, and we would steal in large quantities, not real large in the beginning. We would take handfuls and put them under our arm and have a jacket over and just walk out the store, and we would get anywhere from $8 to $10 a piece for each one, and we would relatively get 20 to 30 on each run on using our armpits. And then after about a couple dozen times of using our underarms, it got to the point where how the fuck can we get more? So we came up with a scheme. We noticed that Walmart didn't have protection fencing at the top of their garden section, and this one's crazy. I still got scars on my hands. We would circle the Walmart ahead of time, and we would find out where all the emergency exits are in case things went sour. And but initially the plan was, and we once we went in, we would all dress alike. Dressed the same way, same hat, same jacket, same shirt, same pants, same shoes. And it would throw off the security watching the cameras. They didn't know who was where, they didn't know what was what, and we would have the same exact things in a cart. But we would go in at different times. One would go in 5-6 minutes later, another one would go in, and we would already have this planned out ahead of time. Put everything in the cart, the same color, the same trash can, the same towel, and then we would go, and only one of us would be scoping out the DVD aisle or scoping out the electronics section, but the other ones would still have the same shit in the cart, so they didn't know who to nab. It was a 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 chance. And we would load about 30 to 50 DVDs in the trash can. A towel would be in the bottom of the trash can, so while we're hurry up and throwing them in the trash can, it wouldn't make noise. Then another hustle is we would take a big new vacuum box from the vacuum aisle, and we would take the actual vacuum out of the box and load the box with DVDs. So when we paid for the vacuum and walked out of the store, if the alarm went off, because all the little DVDs have them little alarm things on them, if that happened, we hold up our receipt. Hey, we paid for it, and the lady usually 99% of the time says, "Oh, don't worry about it, I got you." And you just walked out of there with like 40, 50, 60 fucking DVDs, if not more. Some of the vacuum boxes we could get a couple hundred in. But the duffel bag is where we made our monies. We would take the trash cans or the duffel bags and load them. And then once the trash cans is loaded with DVDs, we go into another aisle alone and take the DVDs out of the trash cans and put them in duffel bags. And then we would tie it up, close it, zipper it. We would go out to the garden section where a vehicle is in a parking spot already waiting on us. If there wasn't enough room under the fencing to slide it under, we would throw the bags over the top of the garden section at the Walmarts. And one bag, I remember, got caught up top. So we can't just fucking leave it there. Jesus, that's like $1,000 or more. So I climbed up. The car's there. Come on, man. And I don't want to say who it is, but the car's there fucking hollering at me. Come on, man. Get the fucking bag. Get the fucking bag. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Just fucking call him and get it. I'm gonna fucking get it. So I climb up the fence. And mind you, like, this isn't in the middle of business hours. Like, there's customers everywhere in this store. So we got to hurry up and get the shit and and hit the highways. And we got to go. So I climb up. I grab on to the top of the pole, but I didn't know there were little X's there from the fencing. And when I grab it, it goes in my hand. Oh man, this is a scar I have now. So I unloosen the bag, it falls, the person grabs it, puts it in the car, and we get all the DVDs out. I run around through the exit of this door, and we leave. On another occasion of this, we was in need of money, so we went alone. It was me and another dude. He had this Mustang where the passenger door would open. He would be waiting on me. The passenger door would open and the passenger seat would be up. So as I'm running out the emergency exit, throw the bag in the back, move the seat, hop in, he's already moving. That's how it usually went. Like I said, we would scope the store first, find out where the emergency exits are, and we had little walkie-talkies, and we would label each emergency exit, like that's exit 1, that's exit 2, and that if everything else fails, I'll meet you at this one. I'll let you know over the radio. And he's like, all right. So the plan was to meet at exit 1, which was near the guard section. So the store must have had a training seminar because there was a lot of Walmart workers in there with suits and ties and shit. So we changed up and went to exit 2. So I walkie-talkied, hey, number 1, don't look right. I'm going to number 2. He said, all right. So I give him like 2 minutes and he comes over to walkie-talkie, hey, I'm ready. So I said, all right, I'm hitting it now. Now this is in the transition of when Walmart start changing their emergency exits. It used to be where once you hit it, it opened immediately. Now, or at that point, now when you hit it, there's like a 10 or 15 second delay. The alarm starts immediately, in the store, and it won't open for 10 seconds. I guess it's given the security people enough time to scan all their fire exits to see what the hell is going on. So I'm sitting there trying to fucking open it, and I get tackled by like 3 security officers. And I hurry up while I'm getting tackled. In the moment of him tackling me, I grab my walkie-talkie off my jacket, and I'm like, yo, go, get out of here, get the fuck out of here, they got me. So that person got free, because I warned him, which is what you're supposed to do, and I got locked up. And I went to jail and went to court and got sentenced. That's the only reason I'm able to tell this story. They can't charge me twice. So that's why let's hope not. It's been 20 fucking years. But yeah, so, and there's another time. There's another time where me and a family member, I ain't gonna say who it is. I should, but I ain't going to. We drove. I mean, we used to hit these Walmarts hard. Like, we would go to Pennsylvania, fucking Ohio, Virginia, and we would hit them in the middle of the night. Because that's when nobody's in there, and the only people's in there is a couple of ladies, and we never hurt anyone. Like, we just wanted to get in when it was less populated, get all the DVDs we could, and get the fuck out. That's all we wanted to do. So we started to go at night. And we would drive to these little rinky-dink hick towns that knew nothing about street life. So they didn't have much fucking security. And we would drive for hours. Like, we would hit Walmarts on the way out to Ohio, hit Walmarts on the way home. Hit Walmarts all the way up to Pennsylvania, hit Walmarts all the way home. Pennsylvania was our moneymaker. Like, we used to go up there. I'm not going to say which ones, but we would drive about 2 hours and hit different ones on the way up and hit different ones on the way back. I mean, on a good night, me as the driver, if you're close with the person going boosting, then you'll let them off with only charging him a third. But if you're not close with the person that you're going boosting for, the average cost of going boosting's half. I'm charging half. So, and on a good night, hitting a lot of duffel bags, hitting a lot of the vacuum boxes, I mean, you can generate $3,000-$4,000 in a night. It was good money. It was. And so this one night, like I was about to say, me and a family member drive all the way to Pennsylvania. All the way up there. And we're like, fuck it, dude. We need this. Not only do we need product, we need DVDs, we need money. So it's only me and that person. So we go and we drive up. We scan out the Walmart. We scan out the security, which is some young fucking punk who thought he was in the fucking armed services or some shit. He's got the military boots halfway up his leg, and his pants tucked in the Walmart uniform. I mean, his Walmart uniform was tucked into the boots. He really thought he was a fucking G.I. Joe. So automatically it's like, we gotta watch him, dude. He's gonna fucking go above and beyond. So anyway, me and the person were dressed exactly the same. We go in. We load up the bags. We load up 2 duffel bags with about 30 to 40 DVDs each in each bag. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna run out of this exit. I'm gonna run across the street, give it 15 minutes, and meet me here. So he didn't know. I didn't know there were 3 workers at the door and not 1. Because at the time, I'm 20 years old, 21. I could run my ass off. I didn't know there were 3 people there. I thought there was 1. So I come out the door haul ass and got a bag here and a bag here, and I'm running and I hear, get him! And there were 3 dudes after me. I'm like, fuck this, fuck shit. I don't know what to think. And there's a highway there, like not like Route 3 or Ritchie Highway, like there's a fucking highway there. Cars are going back and forth. Like I run through them. I'm like, fuck, I just closed my eyes and I just haul ass. Luckily I made it. I made it across the street, but so do they. They're coming. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? This has never happened before. So I keep running. I find a dark, it wasn't corn, it wasn't wheat. I don't know what it was, but it was a dark, open field of some kind of crops. And their crop was up like 2 feet in the air. So I just ran and lunged in it and was hiding under there was a row of shrubs or I don't know, like weeds or something, and then there was the crops. I just lunged into the crops and crawled to where it didn't move the crops, so they didn't know. And they're walking over me. They're walking like I'm like this. The bags are under me. They're walking around. They don't have flashlights, luckily. So they're walking around. They're like, where the fuck is he at? Where the fuck did he go? I seen him run over here, and I'm not moving. I'm barely breathing. And after running, like, I'm like, I don't fucking move at all. I don't make a fucking sound. So I wait 10 minutes. After they're walking around and they walk away, I wait 10 minutes more. I'm like, these niggas is watching me. I know it. They motherfuckers, they're waiting on me to hop out this fucking field. But they wasn't there. The family member that I drove up there with thought I had got caught. So that person's heading home. And that's the rule, though. You can't fault that person on that. The rule was, if you don't make communication in 15 minutes after leaving the store, head home. Because, you know, it's obvious. So I had find a payphone, called someone collect, told that person I'm okay, contact this person, let that person know I'm at this corner, I'm hiding behind the dumpster. When that person gets here, aim your lights at the dumpster and flash them 3 times. I'll know it's him. So he did, and he does, and I'm telling the story all the way home, and that person's laughing at me like, yo, I thought you were caught. Like, nah, I was hiding. I didn't let them motherfuckers see me. And yeah, we did that off and on for a couple years, and it generated a lot of money. There's this one dude I used to go boosting with. His name was Pee-wee. He would only let me or another person drive. Rest in peace, man. He passed away, I want to say it was like 2001, 2002. We had just went out and we had made a big score. I mean, we both got thousands of dollars in our pocket, and we both got drugs that we can hustle to make money on. Also on the 3,000. I mean, I think we had 3,000 or 4,000 each. And he comes to my house. I live in the city at the time. He comes to my house banging on my fucking door at like 7 or 8 in the morning. I'm asleep. Yo, what's up, Pee-wee? He was like, Study, yo, come on, I'm going back out. Yo, I'm gonna hit him hard this time. Yo, I need money. I'm like, bro, we just fucking went. Like, we just went. I got money, I got this, I don't need to go. Oh, let's let the shit cool down for a couple of days, and we'll hit him again. He was like, nah, yo, all that money I made, I had to give to my landlord. And I'm like, bro, I'm not going back out. I'm sorry, I'm not. So he got mad, and he was like, yo, it's fucked up, Stutter, yo. He took himself boosting, and I felt horrible for like the first fucking year. But he took himself, which is something you never fucking do. You never do this alone. You need multiple people for a reason. So he goes, which is one place that we left alone because it got hot and their security got hard. He went to Frederick and he hit a Walmart up there. He left the car running outside. Left the car running. Closed the door, and he went in, he did his thing, he ran out, he got in the van, he's heading home. So far, he made it. On his way home, there's already a police alert for a black male in a certain color minivan who just robbed a Walmart. So he's on 70 heading home. This undercover police sees him on the highway, tries to pull him over. Pee-wee tries to fucking run from the police, and he wasn't that good of a driver. That's why he paid me. So he's trying to elude the police, and he gets into an accident only because the police come from behind him and they do the thing where they want to take your ass end out and make you crash. Well, he didn't just do that. That bump from the police rammed him across the median on 70, and he hit another car head on. Threw him out through the windshield, and he just rolled and scraped down the highway. He was in a coma for about a week, and the injuries that were to his head, the hospital told his wife, Tracy, that it would be more humane just to pull the plug because the machines is what's keeping him alive. Now, I lived with this for a while. I wonder if I went with him and took another route home, because I would never take main highways home. Never. You got to think and analyze this. Never take main highways home, because when you do this to stores, that's where the police are going to be looking for you. I would take the back roads home, and I would take a different way every time. So I thought about this. If I'd have went, would he still be alive? You know? But at the same time, I can't control what other people do. You know, I wish he was here. He was a good dude. Good guy. Real good dude. Yeah, he was a criminal. Yeah, we all did criminal shit. But I mean, he would do anything for you. If you needed money, if you needed clothes or whatever, he just had a heart of gold. He really was a nice guy. And he had a couple kids. He had a wife, and the only reason he was going that day is because he used the money he made from boosting with me a couple days before to pay off his late rent, and he needed more money. So, yeah, I guess I don't know, but yeah, that's here. This is now. But yeah, after hitting a lot of stores in that manner, using the garden section of Walmart, throwing bags over or under the fences, the Walmarts and the law enforcement started hanging images of what we used to look like in Walmarts. They could never get our faces because we either had hats and glasses on or fake mustaches and shit. They would take then use the security images and hang them everywhere, like, and have a description on there: duffel bag bandits. So for a long time we couldn't go in them Walmarts, even if we wanted to do regular shopping. So if you go to any Walmarts and you see security fencing at the top of the garden section, we're the reason. Like, if you're ever wondering, why the fuck they got fencing over in the garden section? That's because of us. Yeah, not bragging, because that's horrible. I done went to jail and done did my time, but yeah, that's why. And we did a lot of crazy shit just to get the DVDs and just to make money. I mean, that's life in the neighborhood. Like, there's ways you should do it, but I learned a hard lesson on that one. Got arrested, went to court, didn't open my mouth on who I was boosting for, didn't open my mouth who I was doing, nothing. I went to prison and I left it at that. But yeah, this is on the Convict Confessions chapters, and I got more stories coming, so stay tuned. See ya.